Hey, everyone. And thank you, as always, for listening to the Seventh Valkyrie, for listening to TABTA, for listening to the series and supporting the show, which you are doing simply by listening right here, right now. You guys are awesome. You're crushing it. You are telling people. You guys are spreading the word. I can see it. I can see those numbers going tick, tick, tick. So it's amazing. You guys are great. People are getting the word out, and you guys are listening. And I thank you so much for being a part of that, for being a part of this journey. Now let's get on into TABTA. Hello, everybody, and welcome to TABTA, the adventure behind the adventure of the Seventh Valkyrie, where we see one guy go from total obscurity to maybe 7 seasons in a movie. Who knows? I don't, you don't. That's why we're here for the adventure behind the adventure, to keep you guys updated. How was that intro? That was awesome. I'm getting better at it. I don't have like a script written down for the TABTA intro, but I do like to I like when it hits. Sometimes it hits real nice. But that actually transitions really well into the topic that I kind of wanted to touch on today, which was not planning things out too much. I'm a big believer in live music. I think that there's something really special and magical about just feeling things in the moment, feeling, and having a plan, having a structure, but like sometimes being willing to let those little moments of magic, those little immediate kind of impact points of something, just like a stroke of inspiration in the moment. And I think that's actually worth a lot of times, the fact that you might not have things polished and perfect. You might not hit every note of a solo, but you could hit things, in just the right way that they blow your mind away. I think that opening up that little bit of variance is important, and it gives you the opportunity for some really awesome, like I said, moments of inspiration and excellence. The reason I bring that up is because I recently reshifted and kind of rescheduled the way I approach the week and the way I approach each day. And I think it actually comes more in line with what I like about music, what I like about the Seventh Valkyrie, what I like about working in general. There was a time where I had really tried to get hyper efficient, and I was like, I'm going to work smarter than everybody. I'm going to have a perfect plan. And I've been spending probably most of 2023 sort of optimizing my day, trying to find, what's the repeatable formula that I can rely on, that I don't have to think anymore and I can just do. And in the middle of the week last week, as I was really pushing towards trying to accomplish some things, we're catching up with work, got a new plan that we're implementing, trying to make sure we're staying on top of getting another batch of chapters out to you guys. But I wanted to, I just felt a little constricted by the plans. I was noticing that despite my best intentions, I wasn't sticking to it very well. And instead, it was just getting in my head and fucking with me, because I'd be like, well, it's not time to work yet. That's 7 minutes. And so it was just this weird, I'd get these weird 3 to 7 minute chunks, and I wanted everything to fit perfectly. And what I have realized over the course of the past week, maybe, is that sometimes you kind of need to just let things go, and you need to, have the right structure. And I kind of rearranged my structure of my week such that I know the kind of building blocks of all right, midnight to 6 a.m. is sort of morning, or is night. 6 a.m. to 8 is dawn. 8 to 9 waking up time. 9 to 12 morning. 12 to 2 midday. 2 to 5, blah, blah, blah. I can go into the whole scale. I guess that's pretty much it. 2 to 5 afternoon, 5 to 6 sunset, 6 to 8, or 6 to 9 evening, and then 9 to 11 is like late evening, with 11 to midnight being time to go back to bed. Anyway, so that's how the day works. It's not, and it's not like I follow that religiously, or I plan my activities, but it was like, all right, cool. I just wanted to give myself a little bit of structure, that then you can have a little bit of creativity off of. And I think that comes back to what I was saying about music. And it actually comes into how I write Seventh Valkyrie a lot of the time. I've got a structure, I've got ideas, I've got bullet points I want to hit, but sometimes it just comes down to being struck by inspiration in the moment. And a lot of times when I hop in the booth, there's a lot of off the cuff, not necessarily rewriting, but kind of reorganizing that I do, where I'll read a sentence that I'm about to quote, and then I'll just kind of go with it. I'll kind of try to capture the same feeling. And a lot of times I'm not really even reading that specifically off of the words that I've written. They're kind of just giving me a general idea that I can kind of then ham up, or not hamming it up, but you know what I mean. I can kind of embellish and add and take away and give and, kind of feel the flow. So I don't know. That was this little micro topic, this little nugget of like, wondering exactly what letting go a little bit of that structure and kind of actually finding that piece there. Obviously, it's something that a lot of people do, and I'm not the first person who's ever figured that out, but it was a cool little tidbit that I wanted to share with you guys. So that's my Monday. Hopefully that little insight into how I work, into how I write, into how I create, into what kind of music I like is a fun little way to kind of, get you thinking and get your gears turning to start the week. And if not, then whatever. I love you, and I hope that you have a kick-ass, awesome rest of February and on into March.